I just want to get out of the house sometimes,
I bet.
It's tough.
You said you get out every other day, like just to like go for a run or grab groceries?
Yeah, go for a run.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
took tires.
Was it exciting? Was it a little like, oh, thank God I got to do something?
The guy at the fucking thing, I go and everybody's got their masks on, except for the guy who's helping me. He's got his mask and his fucking nose is hanging. Yeah. What is with you? And the dude has got to be, he's in his 60s or 70s. He's certainly not a young buck, but he didn't,
right?
And after a while, it kind of was hugging his chin and shit. And you're just like, dude, I'm wearing a mask the whole time. My beard looks hilarious after I get done with the mask, though.
Does it crease?
It creases my beard. And so, like, I get it's fucking hilarious.
I had the same thing. It's even worse if you put, like, do you put beard balm in?
Not if I'm going to wear a fucking mask on it, because then I'm just going to, like, huff the beard balm all day.
I know. Like, my mask smells like beard balm like crazy. I actually got my beard cut small enough, like, the mask was the dividing line.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so like it'll actually fit like within the mask.
Dude,
so.
I don't want to huff the fucking beard balm all day. And I am probably going to do what you do, which is essentially just cut it so that my mask fits over it. When I run, I wear those, what they call a gaiter, which is essentially just a stretchy piece of fabric that fits over your nose and hangs down. And it's like a circle. It just hangs down over your nose. And that is okay to run in. But it's thin, and so you don't want to be in it all the time. It's fine if you're just moving quickly and you're just wearing it while you're running. But I don't want to be in that the whole time. So,
is your gym reopened?
Yeah, just reopened.
Okay.
So
are you going back?
I'm going to go back to they're limiting classes to 10, and they're doing a lot of classes outside.
Now, ours is doing 10 and only outside unless you do personal training.
Yeah.
So, but like, are they wearing masks while they work out?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been back yet. So it's just opened up just this last week. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, I've been doing personal training.
Yeah.
But I'm not wearing a mask, and neither is the guy training me, but we stand very far apart.
Apart.
We are the only two people in an 8,000 square foot facility. So it's a massive facility, and everybody else is outside and we're inside. So it's like, we're pretty far apart, but God, working out in a mask would be rough.
Running in a mask is not fun.
I bet not.
Yeah, it's not fun. I can't find the chat. What does the chat icon look like now, Ian?
Yeah, it's weird. They redesigned.
Oh, I found it. Forget it. It's the three dots. It's three dots, and then
Mm-hmm.
Oh, somebody says they tried putting some essential oil drops on the inside of their mask because they thought it would be pleasant. Wrong. Essential oil is always the wrong answer. I have never found the question that essential oils was the answer to. It is always like, that's too much.
Yeah.
1 drop of essential oil in your house and you need a new house.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, it's like, oh, grapefruit. It's like every grapefruit you've ever eaten in your entire life farted all at the same time in your house. Fucking insane. God damn.
Oh, man. I was actually pleasantly surprised because I think we used to have a broader audience. Certainly before Trump became president, we had a broader audience, but we used to have a broader audience, and I'm glad we've lost a lot of people that didn't send us hate mail for last week's show.
Yeah, we didn't get any.
No.
We got, it's a good point. We have gotten no hate. We've narrowed this down, Cecil, to the audience of people that
we want to talk
to,
like to have, that I want to have a conversation with. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That I want to talk to. Yeah.
Yep.
How's
somebody else says chew minty gum. Have you done this? I know I'm out and about a lot more than you are, but like, I'll go out, right? And so I'm on my way to work, or I'm bouncing to an appointment or something. So I'm out and I'll stop and get coffee. And then I'll drink my coffee in the car, and then I'll put my mask on, and I'll realize, holy shit, I'm huffing my own fucking coffee breath. This is atrocious. So then I do what I do. Like, I reach for gum, and I throw a bunch of gum in my mouth, right? And then, like, my eyes are watering because I just fucking, like, spearmint maced myself with my own fucking breath and gum. It's like, you can't win. You can't win.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you, I had a cup of coffee. I bought a Starbucks for the first time in a long time the other day, and they have, because because like I said, I was getting my tires done.
Yeah.
My fucking tire, for no reason, just started like, forever it's had a slow leak, and then now that I'm not driving it is just shitting air everywhere. And so I'll come out to my car and it'll be 5 pounds of pressure in there, 10 pounds of pressure. And so I have to, I have no, they're like no inflate ride on tires, so I can ride to the gas station. But finding a gas station just to get air in the city is a pain in the ass. And so it's, I know of one gas station. So I went out and bought one of those plug in the electric compressors so I could keep it filled, but that's a pain in the ass to do every time you want to drive. So I wound up, and I needed new tires anyway, so I called and got it. But anyway, I go get new tires. I come out, and the guy, it's one of those things where I could go home, take an Uber home, and then take an Uber back. But the guy said it's only gonna be an hour, so I'm like, well, I'll just go sit in the park. There's a beautiful park nearby. And so I walked over and sat in the park for a little while, and then I walked over and I got a coffee. And Starbucks has those big circles on the ground where they tell you where to stand and things inside. So they have social distancing decals on the ground that almost feels like you're in Candyland, where you're just like, I rolled a 2, I can go forward 2 spaces. So yeah, it was interesting. But I had a cup of coffee. But when you walk with coffee, first off, if I wear my sunglasses fog up when I breathe in them. So I can't wear sunglasses out. I have to my glasses, the mask just immediately fogs everything up. So I don't wear glasses unless I'm reading or looking at a screen anyway. So that's why I wear them on the stream, is because my glasses are on the stream because I'm looking at something. But if I'm just looking at a far away thing, I don't need glasses. These are just old people glasses that I wear. But fucking outside, if I have a fucking sunglasses on, immediately it's just fogged up. It's just immediately fogged up. And so drinking my coffee too. I guess you just take the mask off when you're walking, because what am I going to do? Take it off each time? Isn't that more dangerous?
No,
I don't know the protocols. This is all new to everybody. How's everybody doing tonight?
So was the Starbucks open inside?
It was inside. Yeah, there's not a drive-through because it's a fucking. It's in the city.
One of the ones that I went to that didn't have a drive-through, they weren't open inside, but they had markers outside on the street. And they ran it outside.
Oh no, this one is open inside. You stand inside to get your stuff. And by the fucking people who do the call-in mobile orders, it was a mess, and nobody was standing and paying any attention to any of that stuff. Instead, it was when you walked up to get my drink. And I don't order anything that the guys make or the gals make behind there. They just pour it for me. So I don't order a thing that I have to wait for. I always just get a coffee poured out of the spigot. Just like pour me out of the spigot. Give me a spigot coffee. I don't need anything special. Somebody asked what Cecil drives. Cecil drives Sarah's car. That's what Cecil drives.
You know what amuses me is right before this all happened, a few months before this happened, I bought a hybrid.
Okay.
And like as soon as I bought the hybrid, gas prices went down like 30%, and then I stopped driving. Like,
it's so funny. Yeah, 60 or 80 miles a day, right?
Yeah, at least. Some days 100, but at least 60. Like the minimum I drove every day was 60, but some days 100 or more, especially on Thursdays. So, and like now I'm driving like 100 miles a week, and gas is like free.
I like the places downtown. God. There are a lot of great places downtown that are doing, at least were doing, essentially a carry out where it would either be hot food or they would give you a cold food that you could cook at home. Yeah, I frequented a couple restaurants like that. Now they're opening patios in Chicago. So we walked by down to the lake the other day. We had to get out of the house, so we just went for like a couple mile walk down by as close as we can get to the lake, because the fucking lake is closed. They closed the lake. Anyway, so we walked over there, and there was people sitting on patios. So people are already out on patios, and I got a bunch of emails from restaurants that are trying to get you to come in and eat as quickly as they can get people in the door.
How hard would it be to be a restaurant right now where like now you are limited, your dining room is limited to days it doesn't rain or days it's not too hot days it's not super fucking windy.
I told Sarah that they would probably be putting a lot of makeshift tents over the areas now. that didn't have tents or big top type tents around them. I imagine that many restaurants will be investing in some kind of covering, and also those things that propane heaters that they have. I imagine they will be investing in those as well, and maybe fans, even fans or something that they could blow, or because you can even like there are devices out there that you can set there and they will blow like cool air conditioned air on people. So they even exist. So yeah.
I was laughing. I was thinking the same thing because in the burbs they open, and what they did too is they, like in Naperville, for example, they closed off some of the streets to create patio space for restaurants that didn't have patio space. And I thought, oh, it's going to get hot, it's going to get cold. And I thought, oh, what they're going to do those Oktoberfest tents. And then I was like, that's just making the outdoors indoors.
It's essentially the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Right?
It's just, if you had a restaurant that you could open the windows up or take the doors off, like the Hop Leaf up north.
Yeah.
If you could do something like that, where you could take the whole door off, the whole window, basically the whole window section comes out, that would be the exact same thing as having a big top. You know?
I know.
Yeah,
but
it's basically
I know
the same
they're going to
thing.
do what you suggested, and I was laughing because it's like, of course they are, because otherwise they shut down every time it rains or every time it's super windy. And then it's like, well, then they'll solve the problem by like recreating the other problem.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a weird situation that we're in. It's very strange.
Right.
You know, going out even in your mask and then just going to stores in your mask. But then when you sit down, you don't have to wear a mask. Excuse me. But then I see people who do. And so it's very strange.
Yeah. Would you go out to eat yet?
Not yet. I'm not going to do it. I probably might do it, come August or something, but my anniversary is next week, and we're not planning on doing it. We're not planning on going out to eat. It's my 20th anniversary next week.
That's a long time.
It is. God.
That's awesome.
I got to get a divorce soon. Jesus Christ. I get a trade in. She's in the other room. She's going to hit me.
I know. That's why I'm laughing and also not saying anything.
She's going to hit me.
Like, I don't want Sarah to come over here and hit me.
She's going to hit me.
Oh, man.
So
people are saying those are patios. Like, we have patios, but not every restaurant has one because like Illinois is not hospitable most of the year.
Yeah, I mean,
outside.
Genuinely in Chicago, there's really only about 3 months. I got a story. So last year was a shitty winter, and it was long, right? So it was really long. It started sometime in
the summer.
It started in late June of last year, and it didn't finish until June of the following year. It was one of those unbelievably long, shitty winters. And so once it ended, and it did take a long time to end. It wasn't that, because there's been years that we've, on your birthday, have had dinner outside. I remember one year we went to Piccolo Sonio. We have had dinner outside on your birthday on a patio.
Yeah. Yes.
But there's been other years where that is
where
fucking
it snows.
The groundhog is frozen solid next to your birthday. It's just a solid groundhog. So it was one of those years where for sure there's no way we're going to be, it's mid-April and you're like, there's no way we're getting out until June. Mid-June was when it started happening. You could start going out. And we sat down and made a fucking list of all the places we wanted to go that had patios because we just wanted to be outside for a little bit.
Yeah.
Over the summer, we maybe had 15 or 20 places picked out that we wanted to go for just a drink or just an appetizer or whatever, just to get out for a little while. We might have hit 6 because it rained the rest of the days. So you just...
Last year rained every day.
You have a plan and you think, I'm going to go out and I'm going to go hang out on this patio. And I remember I was so hungry for pizza. And there's a place called Rinaldi's. We order it from the studio once in a while. A great pizza place. Very, very quintessential Chicago. They have the hand-twisted crust, which I really like. Really great place. We wind up ordering. Planning it the day before, and I'm like, oh man, we're gonna get in a car or just take the train up there and walk. It's gonna be beautiful. They have a huge patio. We're gonna get there early enough where there's not gonna be anybody on the patio, and we could just enjoy our time. We get off work, and as soon as I get off work, it's been sunny all day. And it's 1:00. We both get off early. I walk out of the fucking building, and a fucking big drop of rain hits me in the forehead. By the time I get to Sarah works 3 blocks away from me. It's pouring, and she comes out, and I just have this look on my face like, "Fuck you, fuck you." And we had to give it up. You had to skip it because you wanted to do it, and that happens all the time. And so
all the time,
it's just So we have a very short season here, very short season.
Yeah, and it's not like the summer, like if it doesn't rain, it could also just be like unbearably hot and humid where you're like, I don't like being outside is just deeply unpleasant.
All right, let's do a story time. We've been chatting for a while. Do you want to do the internet vigilantes first or the cute squirrels first?
Yeah.
Which one?
Internet vigil. Well, should we get mad or should we laugh? Let's get mad.
Let's get mad first. All right.
All right, let's get mad first. Let me call the story up here.
Okay, so it's internet vigilantes falsely link ex-officer to teens attack. I don't know if people saw this video of this guy attacking somebody. Should I play the video, the short video?
Yeah, you
encounter?
Probably should. It's super short.
All right, so I'm going to play this video for everybody. This is the encounter that happened on the trail. It happened in Bethesda, Maryland, I guess. It's on Twitter, so I've got a the Twitter auto plays. I fucking hate it. And hopefully the sound plays. So this is it, guys. This is the video that played. These people were hanging Black Lives Matter signs up, I think, or George Floyd signs, something like that.
They were protest
signs of some sort, and they got attacked by this guy on a trail. He is very intense with his bicycle.
Away from me.
Hey, leave her alone.
Do not touch her. Do not touch her. She has nothing. Do not touch her, sir.
Leave her alone. Sarah, just walk away. Hey!
Hey, get off of her!
Fuck you. Just get out of here. What? Hey! What the fuck?
Give me the fucking thing. You want it?
What?
Give it to me.
That's okay.
Away from me.
Okay, so that's the video. Basically, it's a guy just freaks out and attacks 3 people who are hanging stuff on a trail.
And to be like, to start the story off, they found the guy that did it. He acknowledged that he did it. There is no controversy around who did it. Incidentally, the guy who did this is fucking Red Foreman from That 70s Show. Look at the picture of this guy. He looks exactly like Red Foreman from That 70s Show.
I missed it. What did he call people? He used to call all these people like knuckleheads or meatheads or something.
Yeah. Dumbass.
Dumbass was in it.
What are you hanging up those posters for?
Dumbass.
I mean, he doesn't look a little like it.
No, you're right.
It looks like
Red Foreman. He definitely looks like.
Now you can't unsee it. Now you can't unsee it.
You can't. You just see that little mousy wife come in and tell him not to hit people.
So like this video gets posted, goes viral. It's kind of it's everywhere. It's like every news story picked it up. It like just kind of went all over the place. And then like the internet does what the internet does best. It gets it wrong so badly and like unapologetically doubles down on how wrong it is and fucks with people and ruins their lives and is like mean-spirited and shitty and there's death threats.
First off, I mean, look, the guy's a fucking asshole. The guy assaulted 3 people. I'm 100%. But that person doesn't deserve to be murdered, right? That you shouldn't be. You know what I mean? Like the death threats are stupid, right? So I get that the guy should, face consequences in some way, but the fact that he's fucking like getting death threats, even if it was the right guy, which it wasn't. It wasn't even the right guy. You shouldn't be giving him death threats anyway. That's number 1. But number 2, I think, one of the things that happens when this occurs is people will go out, they'll see somebody who just happened to be riding in the fucking the whatever the fuck that trail. Somebody's riding in that specific trail. They found that guy and they're like just a random dude who did it, and they posted his name on this Twitter feed. They did it because they wanted to get retweets and fucking magic internet points and not bother vetting the information.
Like the internet is not good at detective work.
Right.
The internet keeps being not good at detective work. You're on the internet. You're the keyboard warrior. You're not there. Like, leave it. Like, look, I get it. The police aren't all that good at detective work. Nobody's very good.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not like on a Dick Wolf series, like a boom, boom afterwards, you're probably not like really good at detective work. And those guys aren't all that good at detective work.
Nobody's Columbo. Columbo's fake.
Right.
Okay, he's fake.
Well, like
one more question,
you're
man.
not
Yeah.
qualified for this. Like, whoever you are sitting in front of your computer, like, and just because you think you know something, like, with a high degree of internet surety, doesn't give you the right to, like, fuck with other people.
Yeah.
This is a kind of behavior that's just, like, not even remotely okay. When are we going to decide, like, that, like, just because you're in front of your computer that you don't have to, like, you can't just be mean to people.
Have
like,
you
can't be cruel and, like, shitty.
Have you read John Ronson's book, So You've Been Publicly Shamed?
You've brought it up a couple of times and I haven't.
It's
I gotta
a
read
really
that book.
good book.
Yeah.
Ronson,
I've read about that book twice.
Ronson is really good at showing you, this guy might be an asshole. But the problem is that you going after this person, it doesn't stop with you, right? So like there's no valve. You're digitally punching this guy in the face. So there's no valve to stop the damage that this person gets. And then it never stops. It always keeps coming in. So someone will do an internet search. And today I learned about this guy in Bethesda, Maryland, who harassed 3 people, who's already apologized for it. And maybe the apology is even bullshit or whatever. But we're past the point where he should be, sort of publicly shamed and punished. But it doesn't matter because you found this video today and the outrage is still real for you. And so you may act and cause this guy some grief years and years down the road, which was what happens in this book where this person makes an off-color joke on their Twitter feed. And then fucking years and years down the road, they're still dealing with the aftermath of that because the internet doesn't stop and it doesn't know how to regulate. It can't regulate the damage, the shame that you're feeling. It can't regulate that because everybody just piles on and gives you the amount of shame they think you deserve. And so you just keep getting it and getting it and getting it.
Well, the internet creates a false impression that, like, your commentary is important and valuable. And, like,
that's true.
It's not.
Yeah.
Like, just because there's a comments section does not create an obligation or doesn't mean you have something worthwhile to add. Like, if you don't have anything to add to the conversation, if you're not bringing something new to it, just piling on to pile on is just like, you're just wasting. You're just publicly broadcasting. You don't have better things to do with your day today.
Yeah.
You just are.
Yeah. The problem with this, I think, is that people will not vet their own information just to get a quick retweet, a fast retweet, just to show that they because there was even, like, at some point, wasn't there a prosecutor who was involved in falsely identifying someone else too? And you just can't believe you're a prosecutor. Don't go on Twitter and tell people who it was, you wacko. It's unbelievable.
Well, like, this shit has real life consequences, right? Like, it doesn't just stay online.
Right.
Do you remember when Reddit misidentified the Boston bombers?
Yeah, man.
And then, like, the police went out and arrested people.
Yeah.
The police went out and, like, somebody who was not the Boston bomber even a little bit. Well, it wasn't even a little.
There was one guy who was missing at that point, and he was, like, quasi famous or something, and they went after that guy too. And then in some ways, you're causing that person and their family, not that person, but that family, distress. It's just unnecessary. The internet gets it wrong. I know the professionals aren't good, and you said it, and you caveated it, and good on you, Tom, for caveating that the professionals are not good at this. But genuinely, leave this to the professionals because, man, I've seen this happen so many times where these internet warriors get on there and say, "Well, gosh, he kind of looks like Red Foreman or whatever." And they're posting pictures of that guy
who played Red Foreman.
Pictures of that guy. Jesus. Oh, okay, Tom. Let's pause for a second. We'll read chat for a minute, but we definitely have to talk about squirrels in a minute. So.
Oh my God, absolutely.
Yeah. Did anybody in chat read that book? So You've Been Publicly Shamed? Has anybody in chat read that book? Because I really enjoyed that book. I thought it was Ronson. That's a guy I'd love to talk to. He's a really interesting dude. And Thomas Smith almost had him on his show. I saw
Really?
a Twitter exchange between the two of them, and Thomas Smith was this close, but couldn't line up their schedules or something. And I got a chance to see it play out on Twitter. And I was so hoping I was doing clappy claps for Thomas Smith, but he wasn't able to get him. He wasn't able to get him. There was some switcheroo or something, and he wasn't able to get him. But yeah, man.
Oh, that would have been great.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's a really good book. You should check it out. John Ronson has a podcast about the porn industry? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's called The Butterfly Effect. I listened to it. It's excellent.
What is it about?
It is about it's about the porn industry, the people in it. Kind of. I'd have to go back and read. It's been a couple of years since I listened to it. I remember enjoying it. I don't know that I want to summarize it real off the cuff, though. I don't remember it that well.
All right.
But it was good. I remember.
Is it a limited series then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not like an ongoing thing.
I
it's
see.
Like,
Okay.
It's like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I listened to it maybe 2 years ago or so. So.
Someone asked what I'm
somebody's
drinking.
saying we can't force people to behave in the way that we want. Like, yeah, of course not. But like, we shouldn't like, I don't know if that's in reference to like the guy attacking the kids or like people attacking random strangers online.
Yeah.
But I think like if you just have a rule called like, don't attack people because you're probably wrong when you do that. Like you'll be on the right side of history more often than not.
All right, let's do one more story. What do you say? Let's do this. Well, let's do this other one. This one, fucking squirrels. Maybe that'll calm people down in the chat section. Jesus Christ. So, Tom, why don't you just read this? This is the Saskatoon man opens saloon for nutty clientele. Terribly clever, nutty clientele. Thank you very much.
First of all, how great is it to be able to say Saskatoon?
I really? Exactly.
Like, how wonderful is it to be able to say Saskatoon? So Saskatoon man opens saloon for nutty clientele. It's the kind of cozy place where you can just throw your peanut shells on the floor.
I love that.
These pictures. Cecil, can you put pictures up?
Absolutely, I can.
These
Let me see if I
pictures
can.
are
So I'm gonna start at the first
perfect.
one. So here's the first one, guys. This is a adorable little squirrel hanging out, chipmunk, ground squirrel, whatever.
It's
hanging
so
out
cute.
in the middle of a saloon with a piano behind him and a bottle on the table. Looks adorable. Double swinging doors with a star in them. Looks like a great model, by the way. I just want to say, like every time I had to build a model in architecture class, it looked like a kid threw up popsicle sticks. This looks amazing. All right, so this then
have
the
you
next.
have you seen the videos, Cecil, of the squirrels the hamsters eating tiny burritos?
That's adorable. That is so cute.
I
So
could watch
cute.
that for like an hour. It's just
So
like
cute.
Like the guy makes the little burritos with like the tweezers or whatever and hands a perfect little burrito.
And then they just sit there. Nom, 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 nom,
And
nom,
then
nom,
it's
nom,
like,
nom, nom.
that's what the fucking internet is for. Right
Genuinely, 100%. That's what the internet is for.
there. It's so perfect.
All right. So Ian, put this back up. There's a couple more pictures.
Many people have taken up new hobbies during the COVID-19 pandemic. Baking bread, tie-dyeing, being unemployed, and puzzling have all become trends. Dave Hunchak, I may have editorialized.
Hold on. These pictures are the best. This next one that's up is my favorite so much. Oh, God, I got to make this big.
Where he's behind the bar?
No, this one is where he put a little bit of peanut butter on one of the bottles, and the fucking squirrel or whatever is trying to like eat the top of the bottle. That's so good, man. It's so good. Oh, there's one that's climbing upstairs. He's looking for the hookers, of course. Yeah. Those adorable little bottles that he made. And then there's the squirrel. Oh, God. It's drinking out of the cup. The cute overload, folks. Jesus fucking Christ. Look at that fucking squirrel. Look at, I want to punch something. It's so cute. That's amazing. So good. Okay, Tom, you can continue.
Dave Hunchak decided he'd rather go squirrely. Hunchak is a retired engineer. He lived with his wife and 2 children on a property southeast of Saskatoon for 15 years.
Saskatoon!
I love Saskatoon. In that time, he's cultivated a friendship with the local ground squirrels. He said they have all types, including Richardson ground squirrels, 13-line squirrels, and Franklin's ground squirrels. But it was the Franklin's ground squirrels that really grabbed his attention. They are so inquisitive, and they just jump into my lap looking for peanuts, Hunchak says. Every time I read his name, by the way, I read Nunchuck.
Nunchucks.
He believes there are 5 or 6 of them living on the property. Franklin's ground squirrels were named after the explorer Sir John Franklin, and at one time were considered at risk. Nowadays, the species is prolific and locally abundant. Females can live up to 4 to 5 years. Males typically do not survive beyond the age of 2. Last year, Nunchuck was inspired to build a little set for the squirrels. He went to his wood shop and built them some little stools to sit on. He said he'd seen other people doing it online. He really enjoyed the pictures of squirrels enjoying their snacks in human scenarios. That's the hamsters eating burritos. It's inspiring.
It's the best.
That's the kind of leadership we need
It
right
is
now.
absolutely. Look, if you can look at something like that on the internet and say, that needs to change my life, you are a good person and the world should reward you. That's all I'm saying. The world should reward you.
Hamsters with tiny burritos 2020. Like, I want to vote hamster with a tiny burrito. I love
it so much. It's so great. They're just sitting there like, nom, nom. Now I'm going to find it. Keep reading. I'm going to find it.
All right, I'll read while you look. Yeah. Then COVID-19 arrived and brought with it the inspiration for the one-star saloon. I started building it early into the pandemic, and I put in probably about 100 hours, Hunchak said. Hunchak and his family decided to all shelter in place together during the pandemic, which meant their grown children moved back home so they could all quarantine together. He said building the saloon was a great distraction from the world for all of them. Hunchak used a combination of textiles. He built a lot of it by hand in his wood shop, but used a 3D printer
That's fucking
for
amazing.
some items like a wine bottle.
That's
this
so good.
Is nicer than my house.
That's so good. It's so good. All right. Pause for a second, Tom.
Okay. All right.
You might be able to watch it on Mixer. I don't know if Mixer is open still.
No.
All right. So here we go, guys. This is a minute 23. I'm not going to talk over it. I'm just going to let you guys enjoy hamsters making someone making burritos for hamsters and then feeding it to them. So go ahead. It's on the screen. Here we go. It's so good. Oh, this is so amazing. Oh, this is my favorite shit I've ever seen.
That's the best one.
Another one! Get another one in there! Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
You're so adorable.
Oh, it's so bad. It's the best. It's my favorite thing I've ever seen. Oh, it's still going.
Stupid cheeks are all...
Jesus, it's really going to town on that thing. Oh, no, the place is breaking down. He really liked it. It's so good. Oh, I'm sorry. That's fucking amazing. Jesus Christ. That's so good. Oh,
That just made me very happy.
That is so good. That is just, gosh, guys. Fucking who cares about COVID now, right? You just saw a fucking hamster eating a burrito.
You know, it's worth it. I'm just saying, like... Hunchak said that when he put the 3D printed items out the first time, they melted in the heat, so he had to remake them with a stronger compound. Once the saloon was built, it was time to let the doors swing open for its first customer. Opening day happened to coincide with the launch of Phase 3 of the province's reopening plan, which allowed bars and restaurants to open. Hunchak said it only took 15 minutes for the first squirrel to arrive, but the visit didn't go as planned. He wanted to create the kind of place where you can just throw your peanut shells on the floor, but his first few customers grabbed the shelled peanuts and ran off. Then I put down peanut butter, and they'd stay in place long enough for me to take a picture. This is just
Did
brilliant.
you
He
see?
said the squirrels are trying to follow physical distancing rules because they don't like other squirrels being in there at the same time.
Did you see? There's a guy who really popular guy on YouTube, and I don't know his name, but I've seen maybe a dozen of his videos. They're really well done, and I got turned on to him because he did this glitter bomb package stealing thing where he created this really sophisticated glitter bomb and made it look like an Amazon package, and package thieves would steal it, and then it would go off, but he made it so it would record their reactions, and then it would shoot fart spray out the side, so it smelled like fucking concentrated ass, so they would get rid of it, and so he could go collect the video, but it would still upload the video to a cloud even if they did keep it and find that there was phones in it or whatever. But it was his hope that they wouldn't do that. But he got
Mark Rober.
What's his name?
Mark Rober.
He used to be a NASA guy, I guess, and he used to design or be an engineer, right? Ian, am I right?
That's right. He's a YouTuber now.
And his videos are amazing. If you haven't seen his videos, they are fucking amazing. He's a really clever, talented guy, and he's an engineer, and he does some really cool shit. But he did this glitter bomb. That's how I got turned on to him. So I've seen his stuff come up in my feed here and there, you know. And he just recently did this squirrel thing where he created American Ninja Warrior for squirrels in his backyard.
Are you serious?
To get like a whole bunch of walnuts. And it's a great video. People should check it out. You just see these squirrels. They can literally, so he has this one thing set up, and it's maybe 7 or 8 feet long. It might even be longer. And it's a rope ladder that's only tied at the top. So basically, once you get on it, you flip upside down. And it's really hard to do as a human being. But as a squirrel, it's not as bad. But the squirrels, they didn't even do it. They just, one of them fell off of it once, then looked at it and said, fuck it. And he jumped 7 feet straight through the air through a hole like this big, just blew right through. Every single squirrel after that was like, yeah, I can make that. No problem. Blew
Every squirrel's
right
an
through.
American Ninja Warrior.
It's amazing. The video is so fun to watch because he does everything in like super slow-mo too, so they're jumping all, it's fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome, man. It's so good. But that guy is great. That guy's genuinely great. So you should check his shit out if you get a chance.
I will check that out.
You
That's
should check
hilarious.
it out. Yeah. We have a Rick Wiles. Should we do the Rick Wiles? What do you think?
Oh, let's ask. What do you guys think? Rick Wiles?
Couple of yeses. 3 yeses. 4 yeses. They're all coming from Twitch, you guys. Twitch gets it faster than all of y'all.
Yeah, they do.
Twitch gets it real fast. Rick Wiles coming up. All right, we're going to do a Rick Wiles. All right. Rick Wiles, here we go. This is Rick Wiles declares that the Republic is over, Tom. The Republic is over.
Oh.
Yeah, that happened actually, guys, about 3 years ago. So, yeah. And was confirmed this last week when we shot tear gas at fucking peaceful protesters. So actually every moment of it is confirmed, but that's just one that pops into my head. So
yeah, kind of part and parcel. Like if you don't have, any constitutionally protected rights anymore.
Yeah, then I guess maybe there isn't a
I agree
republic.
with Rick Wiles. That's the first time I'm going to say it. I agree with Rick Wiles.
So I'm going to play this. I'm going to actually skip over some of this stuff. Here we go. So here's Rick.
The Republic is over. End of story, and I honestly can't think of a reason I should continue True News.
Okay. All right. It's settled then, Rick.
I love when guys have I'm going to take, they threaten to take their ball and go home, and then they never do.
Oh,
they never do.
Sometimes that even happens in the atheist community.
Yeah, usually they try to get more patrons or they're going to do it. Don't make me become a comic.
Don't make me not record anymore. Record this show. Don't make me do that. Don't make me stop my hobby. How dare you?
I'm going to post on Facebook about how I'm leaving Facebook.
My favorite shit is when people do that and someone posts that meme, which is, it's not the airport. You don't have to announce your departure. Nobody fucking cares, man.
Right.
People do that. We got a tweet last week. A couple people tweeted at us to tell us how they used to listen to us and now they don't, now that we have like Trump derangement syndrome or whatever. And I was thinking to myself, like, you didn't listen to this show. Who the fuck? You never listened. You just heard it. You just heard it. It made you laugh maybe once in a while, and we never talked about the issues that are now coming out where people are losing human rights, and you didn't care about it before. Now you do. All right. I'll play more. Rick.
Somebody here says they took their ball and left the country during the Reagan administration. I looked that up last week. It's so hard to leave the country.
Yeah.
When you're like over 35, all the other countries are like, no. You're like old and they don't want you anymore.
Is it easier if you don't have kids, you think?
No, the kids don't matter. It
doesn't matter?
It's a job and the age.
Okay.
So like, yeah, if you have like a job and a skill set that like they want in that, then yeah. If you're young, you can usually go because they like want young workers to come in, like a lot of countries. Or
but if you're self-employed, they're like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you're like part of a certain category of jobs.
See.
So
anybody who's listening from overseas, if you want to adopt Tom or I, let us know.
I took the Can I Go to Canada test and I got the email back from Canada that was like,
no.
Sorry about that. No.
No, eh?
I started 22 years ago pleading. Our name was America's Hope. Jesus Christ is America's only hope. I pleaded and pleaded and pleaded. America, you're on the wrong path. If you don't turn, come back to God, great trouble is ahead. They didn't turn. So the God-hating communists are now in control of the country. I know.
Gosh. Could you imagine
if that were true?
Could you imagine if one singular communist was in government? Could you imagine? Gosh, man. What would that be like, huh? If there was if there was a single person who cared about, your labor.
Like communist?
Yeah.
What are you kidding me? We can't
There's
even
not
get
even a liberal
health care.
Yeah. There's not even like
get a progressive.
Yeah, there's not even a real progressive in government. What the fuck you're going? You jumped all the way to communist? Yeah, sure thing, Rick.
Oh God.
What history shows about communist takeovers. They don't hand out Bibles. They burn Bibles. They burn churches. They slaughter pastors. They massacre Christian populations. That's what they do.
I'm trying to think of when they did that. And
I'm sure that they just killed people, a lot of people indiscriminately too. So
yeah,
that's cool. I mean, I'm thinking about the Holodomor is one of the things where you're just like, yeah, that's just indiscriminate murder. You're like, okay, yeah. I mean, I'm sure Christians died in it, but it doesn't count.
Right? Because like the fact that if the fact that you're Christian is incidental, then it's not the slaughtering of Christians, right?
Yeah.
That's no more than it's a slaughtering of mustachioed men. Okay, whatever.
And over and over.
God, that guy's head
throughout history.
Okay, put this on Ian. Put this guy on. People got to see this. This guy looks like fucking Chet from Weird Science after he got turned into a blob. What the fuck?
And we've seen this pattern over and over
Jesus
and over
Christ.
again throughout history.
So there's not going to be an anomaly. The same thing will happen here unless God intervenes in the very near future.
Well, you better get on your knees, bitch. You better start praying. You better start praying. It's on you, fucking Rick. What the fuck?
What do you think the precipitating event was, Cecil, that got him so worked up about the state of the republic? Like, he's like, unless God intervenes, these dark-skinned people are going to want rights.
What's the Apple? The Apple store got looted somewhere. He's just like, oh my God, where's my pearls at?
Yeah. Or God's got to step in at any moment and like fix this. Otherwise, like, we won't be able to like choke a black man to death in the streets
in front of everybody. Yeah, guarded by his 4-armed guards. Yeah, we won't be able to do that anymore. What is America coming to?
Donald Trump is finished.
Good.
It will not be. Look, if you think he's going to win re-election and he's going to fight this group, they neutered him today. He was neutered in public today.
To be fair, he's been neutered for a long time. Like, of all the people in the world that have got no fucking balls, fucking President Bone Spurs is high on the goddamn list.
Yeah, the guy who was fucking hiding behind the curtains in his bunker got neutered.
I'm expecting it.
How did you find his balls tucked up so high inside of his body? What do you have to do? Do you have to give him a bear hug to squeeze his balls out like a squeezy toy? How does that even work?
God.
He's like one of those stress dolls that the eyes shoot out of. You got to squeeze him to knock his balls out of his body. That's how fucking high tucked up they were in there because somebody outside said a bad word or something,
Right.
and he ran scurrying down into the fucking basements of the fucking vault that he has underneath his goddamn building. There's never been a more neutered human being in the history of mankind. Unbelievable.
Can't call him the military now.
How can he call himself the commander-in-chief if the soldiers he's supposed to be leading are not there protecting him?
The only people...
Yeah, I mean, if he can't attack American citizens with soldiers like they were an occupying force, why do we even have a president?
Were they watching something where, like, he was unable to disperse the peaceful protesters with his massive show of violence?
What, did you not see that?
Like, that's like, okay, this is the one time where, like, Voltron didn't need the sword, you know? They sent out the lions and it scattered the protesters.
The lions.
There was no need to bring out the big electric sword.
Yeah, that's because the lions, the robotic lions, didn't need their sword because sitting on the ground was a peaceful protester in the lotus position. That's why. Yeah.
Left are his hardcore supporters, and are they going to go out in the streets and be mowed down by the U.S. military? Because the U.S. military is going to be ordered, not by Trump, because he doesn't have control of the military anymore. The military is going to be ordered to shoot the Trump supporters.
Where are they? What are they going to go find them? Where are you going to go find them? Because they weren't out there.
Who's going to place it? Who is going to order that? Like, the generals have come out, like, one by one and been like, yeah, the shit that we did do was fucked up.
One of the
we
generals
don't support the use of the military against our own citizens because, like, we swore an oath to totally not do that.
Yeah, and one of the generals even said, I made a bad call by walking with the president the other day.
Yeah.
Millie or whatever his name is. I forget. Miley Cyrus. I forget the guy's name.
Millie.
But anyway, that guy was
Millie
like,
and Esper have both come out and been like, yeah, we're not.
Nah, it's a bad call. No, one, I'm not going to do it, and two, I shouldn't have walked with you. It's just like, like everybody says it's a bad call. These guys are just like, no, I really want to see a show of force. I really want you to ejaculate on my face. That's what I want. I want to live in an authoritarian place. Please tell me what to do. Tell me what to do, or I can't come. Tell me what to do.
Those armed rebels, they go in the street.
That's what happened today. So think about it over the weekend. Contemplate the reality of it. I know my history. I want to vomit today. I just...
So does everybody else who listens to you. I'm done.
Good Lord,
you're a twat. Get the fuck out of here. God. Unreal.
Jesus Christ.
What a fucking idiot. Jesus. I can't believe how many fucking bootlickers there are out there that want to see the army hurt other people because they're just like literally standing in the streets saying, don't kill black people. I mean, I just don't get it. They want to see, you look on Twitter and all these other places, especially when the president tweets out law and order, which he does every third day now. And you just read the tweets.
What does it even
underneath
mean when you tweet it?
He just loves that show, Tom. He just thinks it's great. He's
fucking doesn't mean he just loves the show.
He doesn't. I've never seen him tweet out West Wing, which is weird, but he definitely tweets out Law and Order. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy that there's so many people in the world, and somebody says, yeah, it's because it benefits them. It's so true. It's because it benefits. It's because it's on their side. Because look at a couple weeks ago when they were talking about the tyranny of the mask. They were all in force out there. They were all out in the world stomping their feet and using their First Amendment rights just like everybody else was. But the moment it's about something else that they don't give a fuck about or they want to suppress, they are fucking 100% with the military murdering people. They don't give a
because
fuck.
they're a bunch of fucking pussies about it. It's like, it's a fucking no step on snack flag and it's a fucking, all this shit.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, it's like, look, I just want to be white.
Yep.
And not have to deal with you.
Yeah, somebody posted.
That's what I want.
Somebody posted on Twitter, "Please tread on me, Daddy," and that's so true. So fucking true, man. So fucking true. All right. So next week we'll be back with a show, same show that we're doing now, except for different stories. Maybe Rick Wiles will say something different.
That would be shocking.
This upcoming week on the show, we talk about the defund the police movement, so you want to check that out. And then we also do a couple funny stories. So it's not 100%. Covering the same stuff, but we do talk about that movement because it is big in the news right now. So we spend a lot of time on that. And then we also cover some funny, goofy stories too. So check out the show this week and come back next week. Come back next week and hang out with us. We're going to be here at 9 o'clock like we were tonight. And we look forward to seeing you then. And in a couple of weeks, we are going to do that spam video. I just got to figure out. I got the spam at my house. It's sitting on my counter over there. And we're going to record sometime soon me cooking it, opening it, and trying it.
Have you figured
out
how you're preparing the spam yet?
My suspicion is that I will be doing it, frying it. I will be frying it. Supposedly thinly sliced fried spam is the best, so that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm going to try that. So I will do that. But that'll be coming up soon. I don't know when, but I'll let people know when it's going to happen. I'll tell you a week in advance so you'll know, but we'll be watching it together on the stream. But we want you to come back next week. So thanks for joining us, everybody. Thanks for coming by. We'll see you in a week. Come back next week, next Thursday, 9 p.m. See y'all. So long.
Take care, guys.
Stay safe,
Thanks
everybody.
so much.
Stay safe.
Yep. Easier said than done.
No
lately.
shit, right? Jesus Christ.
Fuck.
Fucking unreal.
Spam, man.
People
Really
like
into
spam.
it. Like
if I
remember
like it,
liking it well.
if I like it, I'm gonna get a shirt. I'll get a spam shirt if I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah. If
I
like
remember
it.
eating it. I remember liking it well enough. I liked it grilled with barbecue sauce.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's not like amazing, but it's
Yeah.
fine.
When
Yeah,
I grew
it's
up,
like-
I
it's
grew up
good.
on chipped beef. Have you ever had chipped beef?
I've never had chipped beef.
Oh my God. It's like buttig, but 1,000 times saucier, and it's not refrigerated. It comes in a
my.
little container, a little glass container. My mom used to cut it up and make shit on a shingle, was what she called it, which was basically
Okay. I've
toast
heard
with a
of that.
cream sauce and this chipped beef in it. And she used to make that.
Haley likes deviled ham,
Yeah.
which I've never
that.
had before.
Yeah.
It's like ham in a can.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like what you described. It's like it's kind of chopped and soft and very salty.
Yeah.
It's pretty good actually. Like for just like junk
Canned
food.
stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
I'm going to shut off the stream now.
Oh, do you have to announce that to us? Do you have to tell us that you're going to do
I
that?
mean,
Or
just, yeah, basically.
okay.
Just wondering if you had any other spam.
No, we
anecdotes.
don't have any more food anecdotes.
Spam-anecdotes?
We're wasting time trying to get you to shut the stream off. That's what we were doing.
The people